you still have time to get the field goal, but it looks pretty grim there. What, you have any special advice to Pat right there? Do you have any words for him at that point when Buffalo took the lead for the last time?
Yeah, when it's grim, be the Grim Reaper and go get it. So he did that. He made everybody around him better, which he is great at, and he just does it effortlessly. When it gets tough, he's going to be there battling, and players appreciate that.
NFL, oh, I miss you so. NFL, when you left, it was a hole deep in my soul. Now it is home until the Super Bowl.
Hey YouTube, Sandyfrank here. This week's episode of Hobby Talk, I want to talk about the big game, quote unquote, the Super Bowl. We got the Kansas City Chiefs, my Kansas City Chiefs. They're taking on the San Francisco 49ers in Las Vegas. So I want to do this is an episode of Let's Have Some Football. And we're not making any fantasy team deals or doing any contests. I just wanted to talk about what I think is going to happen in the Super Bowl. So the Kansas City Chiefs this year, let's start with the 49ers. The 49ers have been, I think, kind of a little bit up and down. They started off really hot. You got Brock Purdy, who's pretty good as their quarterback. I'm not going to put him on the top level of quarterbacks in the NFL, but he's definitely solidly on that second tier. And San Francisco has a lot of playmakers on offense. You have Brandon Ayuk, you have Deebo Samuel, you have their tight end. Oh man, I can't remember his name. George, tight end George, and a very good defense. And you got Christian McCaffrey as well. So offense is completely loaded. And I think I would try to take away George, the tight end. You got to take away McCaffrey. You got to take away Samuel. And you got to keep Ayuk from making big plays also. And you have to have a really good defense to match up against those guys. Also, they're a very physical team. As you can look at like the records, teams the week after they play San Francisco almost always are unable to cover spreads. And the reasoning behind that is that they are just beat up from playing San Francisco. So San Francisco, very physical team, incredibly talented on offense, tons of playmakers. Really, out of those top 5 playmaking guys, I wouldn't even put Brock. I put Brock Purdy like 4th out of those guys. I mean, he has weapons, and he's good too. I'm not trying to take away anything from him. He's very good, but he has incredible weapons. And then on the other side, you have the Kansas City Chiefs, who have, I don't think I've ever seen a worse group of wide receivers than the Chiefs this year. You have Kadarius Toney, who I don't even think is going to play, thank goodness. He cost them 2 games single-handedly this year. You have Marquez Valdes-Scantling. He cost them a game this year. Just single-handedly, those receivers have cost them games. They drop the ball all the time, can't line up on sides properly. Of course, that famous play this year where Toney lined up off sides and cost them the game-winning touchdown. Those guys do not get open. they're terrible. You have Travis Kelce, who's amazing, and then a bunch of outside of Rashee Rice, you have a bunch of very low end receivers, like replacement level, probably worse than replacement level. Why the Chiefs have let their wide receivers dwindle down this poorly, I don't understand. I really don't. You can say, oh, it's because they got to pay Mahomes. Well, you know, there's still a salary cap. You can't pay all your money to Mahomes. There's a lot of other guys on that team that make, some good money. I don't understand the lack of wide receivers that have any type of skill. Rashee Rice was a godsend as a rookie. If this team doesn't have Rashee Rice, man, they are bad on offense. But they have these same guys. Well, at least Marquez Valdez-Scantling. These guys have actually been catching the ball in postseason, so that's good, and that's why they're where they're at now, because the guys that are playing are catching the ball. They're still dropping some, but they are making plays, and you couldn't say that about them earlier in the year. You have, who I think, now that Tom Brady has retired, by far and away the best quarterback in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes. You have an electrifying running back in Isaiah Pacheco. He's very fast and never stops moving his legs. He's not Christian McCaffrey, but he is very good, and you cannot just load up on pass plays because Pacheco can beat you. You've got other guys that can run the ball. You got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A lot of people are down on him, but I actually think he's a good running back, and he has decent hands. He's not going to blow you away with 90-yard plays, but he's serviceable. There's a lot of good things about this team. But their offense is way weaker than San Francisco. And that brings you to defenses. The Chiefs' defense is superb. Top of the line. I've never seen a Chiefs defense this good since the Marty Schottenheimer years. They rely on that defense a lot. The secondary is definitely the best secondary I've seen for a Chiefs team in a long, long time. You have guys that can cover receivers. There's not weak spots in the Chiefs defense like in years past where teams can just exploit them. So the Chiefs are where they're at because of some guys making plays in the postseason and that defense. That brings us to the Super Bowl. Oh, when you go kicker for kicker, the Chiefs have one of the best in the league. Fantastic. Limitless leg, and very clutch. So, that brings us down to, it's going to be mano a mano in this Super Bowl. It's going to be a great Super Bowl, I think. And even though we've seen the Super Bowl before, the Chiefs were able to beat Garoppolo with Mahomes. Now we go against Brock Purdy with a much better offense. This is definitely the biggest test the Chiefs have faced. I was really scared about the Buffalo game, but the Chiefs did prevail. They played a fantastic game and held on in that game. I was not worried about Baltimore. A lot of people thought, they won't get past Baltimore. The Chiefs always play very well against Baltimore and make Lamar beat you with the throw. Now, what will be the game plan of the Chiefs against San Francisco? You can't really dare Brock Purdy to beat you because he will. He's got too many weapons. You have George Kittle. I remembered the tight end's name, man. 8 minutes into the video, and I finally pulled the last name of their tight end. He was George though, but you can't like just play off the pass play though, because you have McCaffrey who will destroy you running the ball. So the Chiefs defense have to get turnovers. They have to get pressure on Purdy, somehow force him into some mistakes, and that's going to be the key. I think Mahomes does Mahomes things. If they can keep up with San Francisco, and if the Chiefs defense can get a turnover or two, they will be in great shape. And Mahomes and the Chiefs have so much more experience than the San Francisco team. Even though the San Francisco team has shown that they are no slouch. The Chiefs have been to 6 AFC Championship games in a row, won 2 Super Bowls, and lost another one. So oodles and oodles and oodles of big game experience. That is a huge check mark in the Chiefs' favor. Coaching, I put a huge check mark in the Chiefs' column as well with Andy Reid. He's going to have some wrinkles. He's going to have some plays that catch San Francisco off guard a little bit. He's just great. And if I'm going to be pressed to make a pick, I cannot go against Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I just can't. If he can get this one, which I think he will, I think the Chiefs will win with the last-second heroics of Mahomes. He'll find a way to win. He's got that ability to win a game, put the team on his shoulders, and win a game, like Tom Brady, like Peyton Manning. He's got that, whatever that is, in a quarterback. I think the Chiefs will keep up. I think they'll get that turnover or two and be right there at the end and steal the game away. And it'll be the back-to-back Super Bowl championships. And if they do this with these wide receivers that they have, there is no denying that Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, both of them, are shoe-in Hall of Famers. I think they already are now. But, I mean, what these guys are doing with these receivers is unbelievable. Since they've lost Tyreek Hill, they won the Super Bowl last year and got back there again this year, and we'll see what happens Sunday. And you better believe me, wearing my Chiefs red and screaming at the TV with my friends to get this Chiefs team a 3rd Super Bowl in the last, 5 years? Go Chiefs! Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Later.
Adios, mofo.
Vinny Testaverde, yeah. Vinny Testaverde, yeah. Vinny Testaverde, yeah. Vinny Testaverde. He's the best quarterback in the American Football Conference. Eastern Division. He throws every pass he makes on a frozen road. He's Vinny Testaverde, yeah. Vinny Testaverde, yeah. Vinny Testaverde, yeah. Vinny Testaverde. He's the best quarterback in the American Football Conference. Eastern Division. He throws every pass he makes on a frozen road.